This is the Mobvoi TicNote, an AI voice recorder. Similar to devices like the Plaud, this is going to record, transcribe, translate, and even summarize all of your voice recordings. It has unlimited cloud storage, a 22-hour battery life, as well as phone call recording, and of course, AI capabilities. Inside this video, we're going to be seeing whether or not this is better than the Plaud AI voice recorder. In order to do that, I'll be breaking down this video into 4 main parts. I'll be starting off with the unboxing, seeing everything that's included. We'll then quickly move into the setup of the TicNote, and thirdly, we will test out all the different features by reading off something and then seeing how it summarizes and transcribes all of the audio. And then lastly, I'll give you my final thoughts as to why this is worth buying. Before we dive into all of that, I must say that I was sent this to review inside this video. However, all of my thoughts and opinions are my own, and with that being said, here's the unboxing. Inside of the box, we're first going to be greeted with user guides. Following that, we have the TicNote inside of its carrying case here. And if we pull it out, it looks like this, fairly thin, looks kind of like a credit card. We have a charging port on the back, as well as a power button and a record button on the front. Beyond that, we have a magnetic ring for your phone, and we also have the charging cord. Now, in order to actually use the TicNote, we're going to have to download and install the app to set it up. This is what the app looks like. We'll go ahead and download and install it. When you first open up the app, it looks like this. You're gonna have a couple of notes welcoming you and teaching you how to use the app. You can open it up. You can see that we have some pictures, some text, introducing you to TicNote. Beyond that, the first thing we have to do is click on this connect button here, and we have to find our TicNote. You'll see this on the front of the screen, and that's going to let you know that it's ready to connect. After you connect, it welcomes you with a quick start guide. You can go through this to learn how to use the TicNote. Then after setting it up, you get 3 months of the Pro plan. The Pro plan includes 1,800 minutes. And beneath that, we have all of our different settings here. So we could go to My TicNote, you could see power, you could see connection status, and you could also see how much storage you have. Beyond that, you could always get back to the user guide. We have speech vocabulary here, language settings, about TicNote, and automatic transcript. But the main section you're going to be using is going to be the home screen, which looks like this. This is where you can add new recordings, search through your recordings, or edit them. We also have Shadow down here, which is going to be the built-in AI. We'll dive into this deeper throughout the video. But first, let's test it out by creating a note. To test out the capabilities of this AI recorder, I'm going to read this Wikipedia article about artificial intelligence and see what kind of summarizations we get from the TicNote. To use this, it's pretty simple. You want to make sure that the red icon is showing. That means that it's ready to record. And then we're just going to press on the power button here for 2 seconds. And now I can start reading the Wikipedia page. Artificial intelligence is the capability of computational systems to perform tasks typically associated with human intelligence. So there you have it. I read a portion of the Wikipedia article, and it did show up here at the top of the transcripts. It takes a couple of minutes to transfer to the app. However, once it does, you can click on it and then click this button, Generate Now, and then it will give us an option to select a template. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Shadow AI for the template, and all of these other settings are perfect, so I'll click Generate Now. So here we have it. It finished summarizing everything. Up here at the top, we have our audio file that we can play and listen to. And now I can start reading the Wikipedia page. You can speed it up or fast forward or rewind. Below that, we have the summary, transcript, mind map, aha, deep research, and podcast. We'll start with the summary. It named it Introduction to AI Overview. That's a pretty good title. However, it did call it a course, which was really interesting because it's definitely not a course. It is just a Wikipedia article. It then categorized it into learning content for this session. So we have perception of AI in everyday life, applications of AI, knowledge, explanation structure. So it does do a really good job of organizing everything into bullet points. It was just interesting that it categorized it as a course. If we click over here, we can take a look at the transcript. It has it all as one speaker here, and it did get everything that I said. It also broke it up into different paragraphs, which is nice. We'll then click over to mind map here, and it looks like it created a massive mind map. We'll flip it over to landscape here to take a look at it. This is going to be very similar to the summary, but it's going to be outlined in a mind map fashion. Next, we have the aha tab, and it created a nice little graphic here. Following that is the deep research, which we can click on this button down here, start research, and it will research the topic that that was spoken upon. And this is what the deep research article looks like. It is massive. It has much more information than I included inside of my transcription. Lastly, we have the podcast tab, which will have two different speakers outlining the subject and speaking like two podcasters. To do that, you just click generate and it will generate a podcast based on the transcription. Once finished, the podcast looks like this. It will read individual lines. You can click play to listen to it.
We interact with AI every day without even realizing it. Like my phone's keyboard predicts my next word. That's AI, right?
Oh, wow. I never even thought about that. So you're saying once something becomes normal, we stop calling it AI?
Exactly.
I thought it sounded pretty good. You can obviously tell that those are AI voices, but for the most part, I could listen to that and be just fine. I do like how it will read section by section and highlight exactly what they're saying. That's a pretty cool feature. Now, beyond that, we could always go over to Shadow AI, and then we can type in a prompt. I could always write, give me information about my AI overview TicNote, and then hit this button here, and it will start thinking and give me all kinds of information about my most recent TicNote, the AI overview. Now, on top of the mobile app, we also have the web-based interface. It's going to be pretty much the same as the app, but a little bit more robust. You'll notice that we have Chat with Shadow here on the right. That's going to be the AI. We have all of the summary, the transcript, the mind map, the aha moment, research report, podcasts, all those different tabs that you have on the app here at the top. And then of course you could always record, or you could take a look at all your projects here on the left. Now you can also record phone calls by attaching it to the back of the phone, and it will keep track of the different voices.
Hello.
Hello, what would you like me to get from the grocery store?
Can you get milk, eggs, and cheese, please?
And then once you're done, you can pause the recording, and inside of the transcript, it will show the different speakers. One is highlighted in green and one is highlighted in blue. When it comes down to it, I think that there's a lot to love about the TicNote. It does a great job of transcribing word for word anything that you say. You also have the podcast built in, which was really cool, and I thought that the deep research was by far the best feature to give you more information about whatever you said into the recorder. The only downfall that I could see is that the template didn't really match what I was saying, and it called it a course within the summary feature. That could just be me needing to pick out a different template when I'm talking, but nonetheless, it still categorized it as a course, which was not anywhere close to an article. So with that in mind, I can definitely still recommend purchasing this, especially if you want something that's comparable to the Plaud. It is feature rich. It gives you 3 months of the Pro plan, which has 1,800 minutes, which is more than enough, and it's slim enough to easily fit into your wallet, and it kind of looks like a credit card. If you are interested in purchasing this, I'll go ahead and leave a link down below this video inside the description for you to check out. So if you're looking for an alternative to some of the other AI devices out there, definitely check this one out. Thank you so much for watching this video review, and I hope that it helped. My name is David, and I do product reviews, product comparisons, and top 5 best videos in both the home and tech niches. If you're into that kind of stuff, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for when I release my next review.